other aspect when it comes to communication that will also give you a framework to understand what's happening. Because if you understand what's happening in communication, if you can name it, then you're more in control of it. I personally call this communication intelligence. And it's a skill to see what is happening and where is the mistake, where is the fault in communication, why is it not successful. Let me explain. There's content, process, timing, and permission. The content is what you learn, for example, in the rule book. That's all your knowledge about the rules that you're having. That's the way on, out of your experience, how to handle conflicts or the whole game. That's the things you learn on how to handle difficult players, keep them on a distance. This is a lot of content, and the content you're sometimes also giving to others, like if you have to discipline them, you have to warn them, you have to take the regelbook. This is the content, what you know, that you can communicate it verbally. You have to communicate it verbally. It's the what. So you're on the field. If you only had that, you wouldn't know, okay, how would I, in best case, communicate this to the other so the other person understands it with his language, with his map of the world. So this as a standalone wouldn't be effective because you need to know how can I transport this from my position to the other person's position. So then there the process comes in. The process means the how. How do I present it? Do I say, so that was a foul, you cannot do this anymore? Would that work? Hands up, approachable position. My voice would be nice and friendly. Would it be effective? What do you think? Maybe not as effective than when I would say, this was a foul, no more. It's a different way on how to transport the same content, and you transport it normally with nonverbals. Words, of course, or maybe you can play with how long the sentence is. The more you want to discipline, the shorter the sentence should be. The longer the sentence, the more discussions you are welcoming. So short but sweet is a lot of times better. And that's also nonverbals. And then how do you convey this content? So the process, the body language is the how. Now you can be the best, you can know your rule book perfectly. You can know the new rules for offside and all those different content. You can know it perfectly. You can be the best presenter in the world. You would be in total control of your body to say it in the exact right way that fits to this moment in the game. But if you don't have the right timing, you're also not getting anywhere. Timing means, are the people receptive for what you want to say? Can they at that moment understand you? If there's a conflict on the field, there's a fight, and you know what to do. You should give a yellow card, a red card, a warning, whatever. And you go directly, while the fight is happening, you go into that fight and you tell them, hey, stop, 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 yellow card. It would not arrive there. It wouldn't be probably not perceived in the right way because the people are just not open. Did you have that in your life before? That you are so in a task at work, like you're totally immersed in the task, and then a friend, a colleague maybe comes by, tells you something super important, and you say, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then you forgot about it. Happens to some of us all the time. It happens to me all the time at home, gotta say. I'm so much immersed in some topics, then my wife comes in and say, okay, can you then pick up the kids, and she needs this, and he needs to do homework. And I was like, okay, yeah, all right. I'm not even looking up. And then, sure enough, I forget about it. Why? Because in that moment, my wife wasn't aware it was not the right timing yet. She now learned a lot. She's mostly fully in control of me. So she can really, she understands me so far now, that I'm sometimes in my bubble of creating content. So now what she's doing is She would come to me and say, listen, Etienne, pay attention to me, okay? It's something important that's coming. I say, oh, okay. Yes, what's going on? And then maybe if I still continue something, she would even say, okay, now stop this, put away your phone or your laptop, and pay attention. I'm thankful for this, because sometimes I'm just in my bubble, and she understands me and my map of the world and how I function. So she creates the right timing, and then when she tells me things, I do remember it. What moments on the field do you have when you need to have the right timing? What kind of moments can you think of that where you need to improve the timing to communicate the proper way? Any ideas?
I don't know if it's a good example, but last week I had a player who was always talking, and then after he received the goal, he was talking again, and it was that moment I came to him, and now after the game I saw it was actually the worst timing to go to him. It would have been better to let him speak then and maybe come back to him, don't know, a few minutes later, because in this situation, obviously he was not happy because he received the goal.
Yes, yes, nice example. Other ideas, moments on the game. Obviously, when there's conflict, when you need to manage, so if there's any warning or any action you need to take, you don't want to repeat it. So that's usually the moment where you want to be very clear. The problem is if you have the wrong timing, and then you have to say it twice, saying things twice will decrease your credibility. If I say, okay, one more time, and then you get a card, and then I realize probably you didn't really hear me. I have to go back again. Did you hear me? One more time, and you get a card. Just by repeating it, you decrease your own credibility, because normally the most credible people, anywhere they say things one time, and it's normally understood. And everything you have to repeat actually means, okay, the first time it wasn't really important, so unconsciously you lower your own credibility. So make sure you have the right timing. And the last part, permission. Permission means, do they actually accept you with this management that you just want to do? Are they accepting your word? Do you have the right to say that? Obviously, you have the hierarchy. Everyone knows hierarchically you're the referee. You come in, they see it. So your dress already helps to create that permission. It depends a little bit probably on the game, how it goes. If they respect you, if they are used to the referee and just accept everything that he says, sometimes it's not really clear. Sometimes they think maybe, oh, I have such a nice, approachable referee. Some people before raised their hand as an approachable person. Oh, you can do everything with this guy. He's so approachable, he's so nice. I just don't listen to him, he will accept that. Or I can be rude to him. I can say something I shouldn't. Or I just don't listen to him. So it comes to permission where it's decided that he actually does what you want him to do. Are they ready for listening to you? What do you think is most important? Where does it start? Where does your approach on being a better referee start? Should you start from the content-wise at that time now, right now, because you're already on top of the content, I believe? Or where should you improve? What is your opinion? Who would think this must be improved? That? Okay, few. This? All right, majority.